rappers you know who went broke in 2019.
Gave me your song, Flockin', was it?
Yeah, no flocking.
No Flockin', maybe a couple months back, man. All he had to do.
Today at Lime Report, we will be covering different rap artists who have gone from having an abundance of money to losing it all. This happens pretty frequently as rappers are known for buying luxurious and expensive items they sometimes can't afford, like flashy jewelry that doesn't hold its value, and different sports cars that lose their value as soon as they drive it home. OG rap artists like Dr. Dre have warned newer artists before. For example, on Kendrick Lamar's song Wesley's Theory, Dr. Dre has rapped, "Remember, anybody can get it. The hard part is keeping it." There have been plenty of rappers who have gone broke in the past, including big stars like Kanye West, many of which, like Kanye, have bounced back since. Today, we will be covering the rappers who lost their cash flow in 2019. Be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video to hear the insight on each artist and to hear how they lost it all. Don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment the keywords "broke boy" below to enter a chance at winning an our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Now let's get started. Tyga. So this one was not a huge surprise since Tyga has publicly had multiple vehicles repossessed in the last couple of years alone. And sadly, he also has been sued in the last 2 years more than most rappers are sued in their entire career. Tyga was known for having money issues, yet this is not obvious as he is constantly flashing new cars and jewelry pieces on the social media accounts. Just last year, Tyga was fined just under $1 million by the IRS for back taxes. He was accused of not paying any taxes from 2011 through 2016, according to the information provided by the State of California Franchise Tax Board. The rapper, whose net worth was approximately $3 million just last year, has taken a serious financial hit by this $900,000 back tax fine. Tyga was also sued for $128,000 earlier this year for breaking 2 different vehicle leases. TMZ had obtained documents that showed Midway Rent-A-Car claimed that he had stopped paying on his Ferrari 458 lease and his Rolls-Royce Ghost. Why would he get 2 cars if he couldn't afford to pay off one of them? This was a bad financial decision for the rapper, and one of these vehicles has been repoed since. There were videos of Tyga getting manhandled and forced out of a Los Angeles club when a repo recovery agent went to collect one of the leased vehicles. This video had gone viral as well as multiple blog posts about the incident, so this was not a good look for the rapper. Tyga has also been sued by different jewelers multiple times in the last few years. He owes over 6 figures to multiple jewelers for receiving jewelry that he still has yet to completely pay off. He has been in the game for over a decade, so we hope that he can bounce back after all of these big financial hits. TPain. It's probably been a couple of years since you've heard any new music from TPain, but you'll definitely remember a few of his catchy songs from just years back. TPain is a global music phenomenon and has been an extremely successful rapper since releasing his debut song, I Sprung, back in 2005. Since then, TPain holds dozens of platinum songs and has features from huge artists like Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Kanye West, and more. This obviously led to a huge financial payout throughout the last decade and a half. But as we all know, money comes and goes. Just months ago, TPain has admitted in a Breakfast Club interview that he has blown $40 million in the last few years and has started to go broke. He has admitted to buying multiple houses in the past and supercars like Bugattis, which has lost value as soon as they are driven off of the lot. The 33-year-old said that he lost track of spending since he wasn't paying attention to his bank statements, and it had gotten so bad that he had to borrow money at one point just to get his kids some Burger King. That is pretty sad to think about, and the interviewer and host Charlemagne had even commented that going from having $40 million to $0 was one of his worst nightmares. TPain replied, "You live and learn," and commented that you can always bounce back, which is a very true statement. TPain has admitted to making many bad business decisions, primarily in real estate, where Pain's manager had purchased multiple properties in Florida, which ended up being terrible investments that were not at all profitable. He has learned a lot from these mistakes and seems to be more optimistic that he will be more successful in his future real estate investments. Earlier this year, he had to cancel his scheduled music tour and admitted it was due to a lack of ticket purchases. He is trying to make music again and find other ways to generate income. We're confident he will eventually bounce back from these losses and get some of his riches back again. Rich the Kid. This one was surprising to us since his entire career and even his rap name is based on being financially rich. Rich the Kid has lost a lot of money this year. Unfortunately, after this year, he won't be able to hold on to his wealthy title. Rich is constantly seen on Instagram flashing his cash, jewelry, and fancy cars, but he is known for owing people money. like his baby mother. He has gotten in a divorce with his baby mother and now ex-wife Antoinette Willis. It is unknown what material items Willis will be receiving in the divorce, like vehicles and property, but she did get full custody of their 2 children and has been granted an order of $11,000 in child support every month to make sure the kids are taken care of. Rich has also had a baby this year with his new girlfriend and model Tory Bricks. Between paying child support and financially supporting his new girlfriend and newborn child, Rich will seriously have to reconsider the way he spends his cash. Not to mention, Rich the Kid was also being sued $32,000 by his previous landlord for unpaid rent and late fees. He was also sued a couple of years back for a similar issue, except this was for him missing to pay his $6,629 monthly fee for renting his 2016 Maybach. Rick constantly flexed new vehicles, which were all rented. Hopefully, he learned his lesson and doesn't miss another car payment on his newer rented vehicles. Rich has a net worth of almost $2 million, but between his divorce, being sued, and having to support both his baby mothers, it appears he isn't left with much money. He will have to put an end to his excessive shopping and spending habits before he puts himself in debt. Rich recently dropped an album, The World Is Yours Too, in March of this year. It did well, but it wasn't as successful as the original World Is Yours album that he dropped last year. We hope Rich can continue to make new music and recuperate from all of the financial losses he's encountered this year. Birdman. Birdman was notorious for owing people money and not paying his artists on time. Before we talk about the millions of dollars that he owes the music artists that are signed to his Cash Money record label, we're going to cover the $20 million lawsuit that he is currently facing. EMG Transfer Agent is a company that had lent Birdman $12 million for a Miami mansion that he had later put up for collateral. This $12 million loan had ended up snowballing into a $20 million lawsuit for the unpaid loan and other damages. This puts Birdman in a serious tough spot financially, and he doesn't even own the mansion anymore. This is a terrible legal battle to be facing, but it seems that this was just one of many battles that Birdman has faced this year alone. Birdman has music artists that were owed money and were now suing him for these unpaid funds. Lil Wayne was one of the main people he has mentored and managed for a very long time, and Wade had to sue Birdman for millions of dollars for unpaid royalties. Wayne accused Birdman of owing him tens of millions of dollars, and there was an 8-figure settlement that closed last year after Wayne trying to get money that he was owed. Wayne was not the only Cash Money artist that had sued Birdman for non-payment. Tyga has just dropped a $10 million lawsuit against Birdman months ago for multiple unpaid invoices that he was owed. Birdman obviously doesn't have the best priorities. He has made some pretty ridiculous purchases throughout the years, including a fully gold toilet, a private jet, and million-dollar mansions that he can barely afford. That is what he seems to be spending his money on, instead of paying out his music artists that are actually working on the music that generates his income in the first place. Lil Wayne now owns all of his Young Money Entertainment label, so Birdman will no longer be leeching off of him financially. And it appears most of these big artists are trying to free themselves from Birdman's label due to his messy tactics and lack of paying his employees. Not to mention that he was also just ordered by a Florida judge to pay over $1 million to his ex-employee and property manager, Nicholas Jose Penzo, for unpaid services rendered. Birdman has literally lost hundreds of millions of dollars this year alone, as well as some of the streams of income that he had set up. Most people are not too saddened by the fact that Birdman is becoming broke. It is self-inflicted and caused by his own greed. Birdman was set to get married to his girlfriend, but that seems to be put on hold, likely until these financial issues blow over, if they ever do. This was a pretty tough year for the 4 music artists and managers that we have mentioned in this video. As we mentioned earlier, money can be easily earned, but the hard part is keeping it. There have been rap stars like Kanye West, who went from being over $50 million in debt to recovering and becoming millionaires again. Money comes and goes. So hopefully, these 4 stars can bounce back from their financial losses and mistakes. There are many other rap icons that are great mentors for newer artists so that they don't make these same mistakes. One of which is Jay-Z. Jay was born in the projects of New York and still ended up managing to become a billionaire. He is one of the first rappers to reach $1 billion, and this is due to his smart business decisions and mindsets. Other rappers like Nipsey Hussle also constantly preached about importance of being smart with managing your finances, and has videos preaching about how celebrities shouldn't waste money on supercars or jewelry that loses value, but instead invest in businesses and in themselves. Like TPain said in his interview, "You live and you learn, and you can always bounce back." Do you think all 4 of the people mentioned can bounce back from their financial slip-ups? Let us know in the comments below. Also, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment the keywords Broke Boy below to enter a chance at winning in our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.